Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Prodcast. It's Push the Prod here. We have Mars, it's me, M, we have Charles, and today we have a special guest, Bridget. She's going to be talking about her career journey. She's going to go into how she got into data science, and she's going to share how you don't necessarily need to know that you're going to be in tech to end up in tech. So we're going to have a fun episode. We're also going to get some tips and advice from her, as well as talk about how or if she believes AI may possibly replace her. Look at her face right now. All right, so Bridget, just give us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Hi, guys. My name is Bridget. I am currently a data scientist. I've been working as a data scientist for about a year, a little over a year. And I started my undergrad as, well, first of all, I'm Ghanaian, so all these Ghanaians out here, hey. Hi, we love you. But yeah, I'm Ghanaian. I did my undergrad in biology. I did like my first 2 years thinking I was going to be a pharmacist, like hoping I was going to be a pharmacist, but that didn't end up well because I started getting discouraged because of like the classes I was taking. I was taking organic chemistry, and I was like, I don't know, this isn't going well. I wasn't getting the best grades and all that, so I wasn't feeling very like encouraged to move on that path.
But you did finish your degree in biology.
I did finish my degree in biology, but I went to my advisor, talked to her, and we all decided to go ahead and try a concentration in information systems. So I graduated with a biology degree and a minor in information systems.
Wait, so Mars, you also got information systems. That was
I switched from marketing. Well, first I switched from physical therapy, so not similar, but
he did 100 switches. So he said marketing,
physical therapy to marketing to information systems. But I did want to ask that when you switched to information systems versus your previous studies, did you find like that more appealing to you, or was it kind of the same as how you felt about your biology major?
And just a correction though, before you start, it was just your minor, right?
Yeah. It was just a minor, okay. Yes.
And so, yeah, how did you feel about?
At first, I felt pretty strong with it because the classes I was taking was pretty easy. I felt pretty confident. So I was like, okay, maybe I can do this. This is probably like what I need to be doing. This is what I'm good at. So I decided to move on and get a master's degree in information systems to grow my knowledge, because with a minor, where am I going to go?
How did your parents feel about that?
They were actually happy with the master's or
minor in information systems.
They were happy. Like my dad was pretty happy. Like he was like, whatever makes you happy, whatever you feel is comfortable with you, go ahead and do that, because we know that you can make it, you can do it.
Right.
So I was happy with that support. So then I moved on to my master's. Then it was only 1 year, so it was pretty quick. It was also during COVID, so I was remote the whole time, or most of the time. Yeah, so it was nice. Then I did that, completed that, then got a job as a data scientist.
So how did you go from transitioning to being in a master's program to getting a position in data science? And would you say that having that master's degree helped?
Like getting a job?
Yep.
It definitely helped, in my opinion. During my master's degree, there were lots of opportunities to go to career fairs, and that's where a lot of companies recruit a lot of students and stuff. So I went ahead and like took that opportunity, went to a career fair. Like 2 months before I graduated, met with this wonderful manager, and I ended up getting the job from there.
Wow.
So it was wonderful. I got my acceptance letter 2 months before I graduated, so
awesome.
I was good and well, and I was so happy. I was very surprised too, because I was like, whoa, me, data scientist. So I was really happy to just like get into that field and learn as much as I can.
Did you know anything about the field before getting into it?
Great question.
Not about data science, no. I knew about like analytics and stuff. That was where I wanted to start. I wanted to start as an like data analyst or something, just to get the experience, the knowledge and all that before I moved on to data science, because I know data science is like statistics heavy and like very Python heavy and all that. So I was like, let me just like start small first and like build knowledge and all that, then transition to something bigger.
Work your
But
way up.
yeah, but I went straight to it. So it was very different. It was weird. I was like, okay, you believe in me? I believe in me too.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so yeah, I was very happy, and my manager is such a wonderful guy. I love him so much. He's very knowledgeable. I learned so much from him. Like the 1 year that I've been working as a data scientist, I've learned so much compared to being in my master's program. I've learned a whole lot.
So would you say there was any coursework or any courses that you took in your master's program that helped in what you do on a day-to-day now?
There are a few, but it was like all R based. So there wasn't like a lot of Python used. There was one class that was like basic Python, but to be honest, I didn't pay attention. But all the knowledge that I know right now is from my job.
Okay.
Okay.
So I want to kind of backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
When you first got your undergrad, what made you decide like, hey, maybe it makes sense to get a master's and going right into that? Were you applying to jobs before you got your master's, or you just said, I'm going to be a big nerd and go straight into my master's?
Well, yeah, I wanted to go straight into my master's because also my sisters were advising me like it's better to just go straight into your master's immediately than just like wait like a couple years, because like you're already in like the learning phase. Like you want to get that out of the way before you just forget everything and you're just like,
And that
you feel
time off,
lazy.
you're not going to want to go
Exactly.
back.
Yeah.
Once
So
that
it's
laziness hits you, boy. I mean, we could all talk about that.
Don't
but
wait.
yeah, if you want to go to school, do it. And if you're in school, stay in school until you're done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Knock it
Yeah.
out.
Don't wait, please.
You said the models that you learn in college are mainly R-based, but on the job, it was mostly Python. Would you say that you worked hours outside of work to kind of learn more on the data models that you were working on in the Python scripting language or programming language, or was that you just spent time during work hours?
To be honest, it was all during work hours.
She said, when that clock
'Cause
hit
no.
4, I'm
That TV
done.
coming on.
Because it's a lot easier to learn when you're literally doing it like on the job, like on a project or something. It's easier to like retain that knowledge. So that helped me learn a lot faster. Than
But
just,
did you
like-
put in like extra hours during your job? She said, if I didn't learn it during that 8,
Yeah.
I mean,
then I won't learn it when it's late.
But at least that's good that you had like a type of environment to where that they gave you basically a learning environment to where it was okay to not know some certain things and
Facts.
gave you the chance to grow
Yeah.
within your career.
I think a lot of recruiters, like if you go to career fairs while you're in school, they don't expect you to know everything. As long as you have the degree, you have some type of basic knowledge, they are willing to put in the time to help you grow.
So to that extent, would you say getting a college education rather than like boot camping or something is actually valuable? Because it sounds like having these career fairs made available through the university system may have been the biggest thing to support you in where you are now.
I think college would be best in terms of like networking and
Yeah.
getting to know different recruiters and stuff. That's what I think a college degree would be helpful for. Boot camps, like you're not networking, you're just like taking a class, right? And just getting your certificate. But college would be like mainly for networking and like getting to know people and just putting your foot forward.
Before you got the role, I think you mentioned that you were looking for more of a data analyst job, but you got presented opportunity for a data scientist job. That title, did it discourage you in any way before you actually started the role?
100% yes.
That was a good question, Charles.
Because I didn't have a lot of knowledge in statistics or like modeling and also Python really. So I just talked to my manager. He was like, we'll teach you everything on the job. He gave me like lots of resources before I even started, like 2 months before I even started. And I was just like going through those, just like learning as much as possible and just getting at least some type of basic knowledge to be a bit helpful to the team while I like learn everything. So yeah, I was definitely discouraged, but I was happy that I decided to go with it.
Would you ever say that you suffered from imposter syndrome?
I still do.
You still do?
I still do.
Every day.
Yeah.
It's terrible and I hate it, but I mean, everyone does. So
Just got to remember, you wouldn't be there if you weren't meant to be there.
exactly.
There was a
yes.
reason why you went through
My
the
manager
process.
always says, like, if we didn't like you, if we didn't think that you would be able to do it, we wouldn't have picked you.
Right.
So I was like, oh my gosh, thank you. But I still don't believe you.
Oh, and let's transition. Being a Black woman in technology, how has that experience been?
It's been a bit tough because, like, in the tech field, a lot of the people are white and men. So it's hard to, like, find people to connect with. But luckily, I have one girl on my team. She's African as well. So I'm able to connect with her. We talk a lot. We just tell each other, like, what's going on, what we're having, like, difficulty with. So that's really nice. But we also have some organizations for Black professionals. So we're able to connect and just, like, help each other out whenever possible. It is tough, like, being a Black person or a Black woman in tech, because it's like you feel alone a bit.
Yeah.
But there is, like, people around to help you, but you just don't feel like you connect with them or, like, relate to them.
Right.
Would you say there are any pros?
You're able to set an example to other Black women.
Okay.
Yes.
You can show them that it is possible to
Exactly.
get into these spaces.
Okay.
Role model status.
No, that's cool that because even thinking about it now, like on my team, there's no Black women. Are there any Black women? No. Are there any Black women on your team?
I think we just recruited one.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah, from another team, but before that, there weren't any.
Yeah, so representation is important. And I feel like being brave enough to kind of be the first or the pioneer within that, that says a lot in itself.
I agree. Yeah.
Yep.
Let me turn it over to you guys. Seeing as though you guys are both Black men, have you ever been in an organization where on your team you were the only minority?
I put it on for myself. Now, me and Mars, wherever we went, and Charles, you could probably attest to this.
Yeah.
We put in work. We
sure.
showed that it doesn't matter where we come from or what we did. Like we want to be the best, and we kind of tried our best to always rise to the top.
100%.
In all my years of IT or in my career, I've always been the youngest, and I've always been the only or one of the only Black people on the team. So up until recently, which now we have a junior engineer, I definitely would say you feel that being a minority within the workspace, but you just gotta push through it.
And
Town ain't big enough
Get
for the
that
two
money.
of us. There's
but
only
no,
one.
what's funny is I always reach out to Mars and be like, "Hey man, who's the best on your team?" It's me, of course. Me, I am not the best on my team. I have a lot to learn, but I have been, previously the air quote best in regards to my
As you should.
specific duty. I always try to be the best in that. So we're gonna ask Bridget, are you the best on your team? In 1 year being out there in the field.
Definitely not. No, definitely not the best. Because, like, my manager, very knowledgeable. My boss, very knowledgeable. Everyone's very knowledgeable. So I'm just learning. And hopefully I'll be the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, like me, Mars, Charles, we put in that after hours work.
Yeah.
She said, I'm not going to sacrifice.
I'm out at 5.
That Netflix come on.
Netflix. We're not talking about Netflix. Please.
So where would you see yourself within the next 2 years? Still being within this field, or maybe somewhere else?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I'm still trying to see where I best fit. I feel like I would definitely want to be in the tech field, but I don't know about data science, but definitely in tech. So I'm just like going through it one day at a time.
So I was gonna, cut in and just say, with that, I feel like a good question to ask and something that might persuade you one way or the other is with the advancements in AI. Generative AI has been, the big topic of discussion, but as AI in general grows, do you feel like there could be potential impact to your job or to other fields? Yeah, she said no. Why?
I don't, maybe to other, like, what kind of fields in tech?
Yeah, so and not even just tech, but because I know you mentioned that you may not want to stay in data science. So what would you want to move into, and how do you think, and if you're paying attention to generative AI, which I know you are, what would you move into? She said, you know what? I might stay in data science.
Skip question. I don't know. Like I said, I'm still trying to discover where I fit, try different things in different fields to see what I really like, what I want to spend my whole life doing.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Speaking to your original question, what would you say, like, why are you so confident that AI would not
Facts.
replace your job?
Because AI is just like a Google search, like
Right.
not a problem solver.
Right.
It's not gonna think through things like the best way possible. Like, no, I don't.
It solved my problems though, technically. But, you know.
From Google.
Yeah.
No, but that's a good point, because we did mention in a previous podcast how systems engineer, we were labeled as glorified Googlers. So like the point that she made, ChatGPT is just a search engine,
search engine,
it's
yeah.
But it is the best.
I mean,
At
it's
searching.
the quickest. Like I used before it got banned from my company. I still use it on my phone, but like I would just like search for how to like work, like just like if I'm confused and I don't know where to start, like when I'm coding, I'll just type in what I'm trying to get to and it will just give me like a head start or give me like a blueprint of like what to work from, but it doesn't give me the complete answer. It doesn't give me like the actual answer.
Not
so,
yet.
Not yet. Yikes.
And, no, so an example that I'd use is I had a friend, and Charles was dealing with this situation with me, and we wanted to. Nobody could find where this person was, and this was after a night of fun, and so we were like, "Huh, is this person in jail? Did this person get a DUI
That's why
or
y'all
something?"
gotta share your locations.
Facts.
Facts.
But we didn't. So I said, let me check to see if there are different cities that person could have been in based on where we were.
What?
Different jails. So I asked Google Bard. I said, hey, check every jail in the state of Georgia to see if this person is in it. And that thing came back with a list of all the jails and said, there's nobody who's been checked in by this name. And I was like, amazed.
That's good.
Because it is annoying to have to go through those. A lot of government websites are not good most of the time. And having to use those are terrible.
I wish you would have told me that, because I didn't know that information before I went to each city looking for that. Never off GPT.
But no, yeah. So the fact that he was able to go through all of those sites, put in that name, check if they were there or not, and bring it back.
That's crazy.
That was insane to me. And that just kind of like made me envision like what the future of technology could be. Not to say everybody should be out there worried about if their friends are in jail or anything,
Right.
but
That was a one-off, definitely.
yeah. But yeah, so I say all that to say, you know, AI technology is advancing fast, and I personally think, and you know, maybe these two agree, that it is something that is a potential concern, because even Elon Musk said. What you laughing at, Bridget?
Nothing.
But yeah, even Elon Musk said there's going to be so much job displacement in the future because of AI that there's going to have to be a general income that everybody receives because of the amount of job displacement. She said, forget Elon Musk. It's Bridget.
I'm moving to Mars.
Hey, well, might
I'll be
a
the
possibility
president.
in the future.
I'll be the president.
The president of
Mars.
what?
Mars.
The planet of Mars?
Of course.
And what you going to take?
Huh?
You want to take Elon Musk's jet to
I want to take my own jet. I'm going to build my own
Starship.
jet.
Starship. Thank you, Mars.
A starship.
Nerd. Golly.
I'm going to
Surrounded
build
by-
my own starship. Yep.
By
Okay.
the time you get there, you're going to be 50 years old.
Relax.
Imagine journeying through space. And you know how much, I'm going to say, you know how much you like food, Bridget.
Yeah.
And what you going to be eating them little space snacks?
No, I'm going to bring some meat pies.
Oh, you're going to have it for the first, 15 minutes of the flight, the shuttle
She
there?
says she's going to be meat
And then
pies and jollof rice.
Jell-O is crazy.
No,
It's
it's
going to
true
be flying
though.
in the air.
What was that?
It's true.
Oh, it's true. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
Okay, so in space, there's no gravity, right?
Yeah.
So
Where are we going now? Mars was looking around like,
the
hey,
jollof rice, the reason why they have the food that they have in space is because it's not going to go everywhere. So
I'll
the jollof
freeze
rice-
it.
Okay.
and then eat it while it's frozen.
Oh, wait. There's no microwave?
Hey,
So the microwave in space?
Is there not? No, like in the spaceship.
There might be.
There has to be.
you turn
No.
that microwave on in that spaceship, you're going to blow it up.
If there was a microwave in space, I don't think they'd be eating green.
No, it's
food.
because as soon as you
Ew.
open anything, it goes anywhere. So you have to eat a certain type of
They
food.
eating
Oh,
stuff
no.
out of a toothpaste joint.
That's so sad.
They got to
There's
suck
no
all the
microwave
food
up
out.
there.
Like
No microwave.
your body has to be built to go to space,
Mm-hmm.
based on the technology we have now. But with the help of AI, we might be able
Help
to.
of AI.
We might be able to shift past that. So, okay, let's ask you, just some general questions to kind of like help some of our viewers.
Okay.
How did you learn Python?
At work.
Yeah.
No. Just like by doing a bunch of projects and honestly, literally at work. That's where I learned
So it sounds like
Python.
project based and doing actually hands-on work is the best way
Exactly. That's the best way for me to learn. I mean, other people might learn by just working by themselves or like going to YouTube and stuff. But for me, I learned Python really quick by doing hands-on projects.
So if you watch a YouTube course or a Udemy course, that you
I would
probably,
fall asleep.
so they gotta be like, hey Bridget, we need you to have this done by next month, and that's what gets you there, huh?
Yeah.
No books. Nothing.
No books. Just help from my coworkers. And Google. Not ChatGPT, Google.
Yeah, because I think that's where I messed up at,
What?
trying to do it on my own.
It is hard to do it on your own because you have to have discipline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that. So,
I don't either. So that's why I
Exactly.
don't know Python now.
okay, so what's your role?
I am a cybersecurity engineer.
Okay, what is yours?
Application security engineer.
What is yours?
A DevOps engineer.
DevOps engineer. How was that?
It's nice. I've done a couple videos on it, but mainly we just
Hold on,
build out.
wait, Mars. Does that mean you haven't watched her?
I've watched some of it.
Oh my goodness!
I've
Continue,
watched some
Mars.
of it.
We build out the tools and the infrastructure in order for our applications and services to live on.
Oh, wow.
The interviewee started interviewing the interviewer.
I'm the host now. I'm the captain now. Anyways, do you have to like monitor it? Like, do you have to? Are you on call?
We there is an on call. So,
Ew.
but that's when you transition more to site reliability engineers, to where we actually monitor the performance and different things like that on the actual sites or applications.
Yeah, I remember when Mars had this one role, his first official DevOps role, and that man was working like 60 hours a
No
week.
way.
Yeah.
He was working like the application is broken. It was a global organization, right?
Yeah.
And so he was just working some weird, really odd hours, and I'm just like, yeah, that's not it.
The first time I've ever
Golly.
been stressed out in my life, because I'm a chill.
He got an easy
you know.
life.
First
boy.
time.
That boy laid back. And to have Mars stressed out?
No, the first time stressed out enough to call the doctor to say I don't know.
No.
What's going on.
Oh, yeah. He was having those heart palpitations a lot.
What?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Charles, you ever call the doctor say you stressed?
Nope.
Bridget, she clocked out at 4:30, so I know she ain't. I know she ain't talking
4
about stress.
o'clock.
Oh, she said not even 30. Don't add that 30.
No, I'm playing. Wait, I got a question for y'all. From 1 to 10, how much do y'all like your jobs?
Hey, be careful because anybody from
And
your job
why?
may view this at any moment. You don't know.
I don't
10.
care.
10. Nah, be for real.
I'm not going to lie. Probably a solid 8.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, not
You know,
bad.
it does have its down moments, its negative sides, but ultimately I don't see myself doing anything else other than what I'm doing right now.
Right.
So
Same.
I like it.
8,
7, 8. Yeah.
7, 8. I'd say on the research side, because there's still some things like in my position where I just don't know. There's always something that comes up that you do not know, and having to figure out. I'd say that whole section of and that happens periodically.
Yeah.
That's a 6. But when things are nice, smooth, and you just like improving on what you're doing, I'd say probably about an 8, 5.
Miserable. What would
Sad.
you rate your job from 1 to 10?
My job specifically, like actually like working and coding and stuff, I love to code, so I would rate it like an 8, 7, 8. But my team, I love them. Over 10. Over 10. I love them.
Awesome. Okay. All right. And before we go any further, our camera tends to die, so I just want to do a conclusion right here. Thank you all for watching. This is Prodcast episode 5.
Yeah.
This is big. And we appreciate the support. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please make sure you leave them in the comment section.
Please.
Share the video if you liked it. But anyway, thank you for watching. This is Push to Prod.
Thank you
Thanks,
guys.
Peace.